Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and I hope everybody is really doing well. So, well, guys, and welcome to this live stream. And it's almost the month end here, 27th of September, and this month, honestly speaking, for many, it was good, but not for me. I mean, honestly, my challenge trades have hit a lot of stops, unfortunately. But inshallah, things will be really better. My target is to get the good balance of the 10k, and inshallah I will get it. So it's okay. I mean, I can have a bad month, maybe a week, but I'm confident that the challenge is gonna be success, inshallah. I'll just keep working towards that. And before we start our stream with the analysis, a very small $100 giveaway, guys, to a very one lucky member. And you just have to, comment something or anything so that I can select the person who is going to comment. If there is only one person in the comment, I'll gonna give over $100 to that person. So let's see how many comments or how many members can comment, basically. Well, particularly this is the total crypto market cap, and if you remember, we did discuss about the total crypto market cap chart, and there are two options: either the green one, basically irregular expanded flat, and the yellow one. But as I mentioned, yellow one is my high priority for this dump. And the reason being why I see the yellow one being a high priority, because at the moment I see a very clean, I would say, and I would say very clean, 5 waves, and with a very good, bad divergence. You can say we have it on 2 days. In fact, you can see it very similar bad divergence. We are having it on the weekly time frame, basically. So most importantly, there is a bad divergence for sure. 110% we have a bad divergence, and it's not over yet. So unless this bad, unless the weekly forms a very good weekly bullish divergence, and for that, what we have to do is, as I mentioned, there are two possibilities for that weekly divergence to form. The market, just dumps straight away, and the weekly RSI closes around 50.49, maybe like a swing filler pattern under the 50. And from here we make lower lows. However, the price held above $2.96 trillion. So we just hold these levels of $2.96 trillion because we do have a bullish engulfing candle here. So then you have a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly. So this is going to be a very concrete order block in my view. And this is the levels, basically, you should not miss it. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen from here. Just give me a moment, guys. Just hold on for a sec. There's someone on the door. So basically, I honestly speaking, I really don't know what exactly is going to happen, after we pull down to this red block, order block. But honestly, if you really ask me what ideally should happen, or what should happen, basically, is from these red blocks, I would like to see it, moving upwards in this direction, like A, B, C, in month of October, maybe like forming a bearish, something sort of a bearish retest or pullback, and should do something like this. This is how I would like to see, because what's going to happen is, yes, we do form a weekly bullish divergence, and then we push up like this, and in this whole process, ideally, we should be forming another bearish divergence, like your RSI goes up like this, intends to break out, but it don't break out, and then we dump. Now there are two possibilities here, as I mentioned, guys. Either we form a bear divergence this way, where the RSI goes up from here and the price don't, like forming not higher highs but the lower highs. Or what's going to happen is, well, RSI don't go up, we go slowly, we pump up, but the price makes like a double top, like it's like a clean distributive top basically, and we go towards $4.41 trillion. You have a very good Fibonacci levels around 1618 basically. So 1618 is a very good levels, and we just go up here, and then we start having a major dump. So there's a possibility, and it's also very good, because possibility that we might just form a very solid, I would say, a 3 drive pattern, and then your target would be around $1.9 trillion, maybe around December, January, because we do have to, 2026 is slightly bearish in my view, overall from the monthly perspective. So these are the two possibilities or outcome for the total crypto market cap on a hard-term time frame. Basically, we talked about it on the weekly. Okay, the two possibilities would be either we go up till 3.86, 3.89, like forming not higher highs but lower highs, or maybe we just simply make higher highs. But in this higher highs, what's going to happen is altcoins are going to go nuts. So they are going to go not Ethereum, not BTC, but altcoins. I mean, they should run. They should be making new highs this time. Now, not every alts are going to make new highs. Not possibilities is very less. That all altcoins are going to make, basically. The most important part about this is what I personally feel is that the 1618 is the most important levels, from the hard-term time frame. Now, if you draw the fibs properly, accurately, so I've taught all my members how to draw it. This is very important, because after this 1618, if you really want to be more bullish, let's say you really want to be ultra bull, then you need to wick this 1886. So there's a saying, from the fibs perspective, for those who really understand the fibs, who plays the fibs, if you really want to trigger a bull run, let's say if you really want to go mad, if really bulls really want to go towards, upside of $6.2 trillion, they need to take out this 1886. They simply need to just wick, just a single wick, I don't want even a closure, just a wick like this. And then after that, even if you reject, come back down to 3.72 trillion, that's fine. But that is going to be very bullish, because we have wicked 180. Basically, it's like you break one, you get one. So you break one, you get one. Once you break the 1886, once the bots start wicking 1886, when the market makers wick just wick 1886, just wick. And what's going to happen that once you wick 1886, you're really going to get the $6.2 trillion. Now forget about the targets that people tell you, $10 trillion, $9 trillion. No, it's not going to happen. You need to understand the fibs. Of course, the 6.2 trillion itself is a huge target, basically. But then it's going to be like ultra bull case scenario for the market. And I still stand with my words and my analysis that tells me that this time, after this dump, and when the total crypto market goes towards this red box, that we have a bullish engulfing order block, and this is a very strong order block, guys. If you look at from the weekly perspective, the RSI is still hovering under the RSI based MA line. Also, now if you really want to ask me, yes, we do have a bull divergence forming from these levels, or you can say even from these levels, but it's not, it's not strong. Actually, it's not really strong. I don't really feel that strong bull divergence, because if you look at the the indicator that we have, RSI confluence is red, BB confluence have turned yellow, or you can say orange. Even though we have EMA confluence and cross confluence, that's green, which is good. The 50 confluence is still red. We need that reset. We need this green. Once we start this 50 confluence turn green, it is going to be the perfect buying opportunity for the market. It's just like buy, whatever you want to buy. But just go for good alts, just don't go for the shit coins that probably, can get you wrecked. So you need to go for the good projects that can literally give, good returns. For example, in my view, Of course, Solana, Avex, Sui, Tau, CRV, Link, and we also have Wave, and then you have Fatcoin. These are not good projects, I know. These are shit coins, but they will perform because, anyways, I mean, because the crypto market tends to be performing really well from the altcoin perspective when you have a hype based, coins. So when you have coins that have huge hypes, of course the market is going to perform. So now you have Aster, of course. So there's going to be a pullback on Aster. I mean, I'm just going to study the chart as well on the stream. I'm going to take the Aster on the stream as well. Of course, I can't chart everything. Over here, there are more than 15,000 coins, so I can't do that. But definitely we're going to see a few coins. So I think at the moment, the most likelihood of, this red box is very... I'm not necessarily we simply have to fill this whole red box. We can just probably wick it up here and bounce, Not necessarily we have to fill it. Not necessary at all. I mean, yeah, that's not necessary at all. I mean, we can just probably front run, wicket and front run. But that was the perfect plan, and it's executed perfectly. I personally think that 786 should hold, and there is no reason that why it shouldn't hold. Actually, maybe we can front run its golden pocket zone as well. Possibilities there, but. This was the plan. It perfectly played out. The red box was where I mentioned that we have this doji, and whenever we had such doji, I mean, look at this doji over here, a very similar doji that we have, and then what happened? The price just went down like this, a bounce, bub, and then we started boom, boom, boom. So a very similar thing probably you can expect from a very similar sort of price action. If I just have to tell you, I mean, just look at from this perspective of the candle that we have. So you can, I mean, I just have to have a proper candle. Just look at this sort of price action probably, someone can just look at this price action. So yeah, I mean, we can just probably do something like this. And as I mentioned, we go towards 161 at 4.4 trade, probably in quarter 4. So that's going to be a very interesting thing. You might even just probably, something like this, as I mentioned, 786 Fibonacci levels, and then probably run up. So the red box is going to be the buy zone in my view. I mean, that's a pure buy. The purpose of this candle is this is a very strong candle. It's a very good rejection that we have from the total crypto market cap. Similar candles, if you look at such candles in the past, I mean, you will surely going to get such candles somewhere. I'm not sure where, but somewhere. Yeah, I mean, just look at this candle as well. So when you get this candle, it formed a deviation, and then we started dumping, but that was a bear market. So I don't really expect this to literally dump this way, honestly speaking, because we have October, and I have a lot of hype for the October, honestly speaking. So yeah, I mean, so we have such candles, and I do think this is how it plays out for the total crypto market cap, guys. So you still have time for to accumulate, but however, October is approaching, and normally what happens if you just look at closely on how the September-October normally plays out. I mean, look at the 5-year data, because right now I'm going to spend more time on the total crypto market cap. So just want to study the market, crypto data basically for the bull run and then the bear market as well, of course, what normally happens. So if you look at here, so you got the red September, but then October did not just go under September candle, and we just started pumping up. So this was the bull run, and then we had a bear market. Of course, we are not in the bear market at the moment. We are literally in the bull run. So I really don't see this October red at the moment at this year. Similarly, look at the 2019 data. September was red, but October was like, went under September lows. It took out the September lows, and then it went for the September highs. So that was 2019, and then you had 2020 where September was red and October was really green. I mean, but however, October did not went under the September lows. Okay, so that was 2020 bull run, and then you have 2021 where October was amazing month, I would say. You can see a big month. September was red, but October held up very nicely. Did not went under September lows. So again, it's a good month. 2022 September, what happened was October went under the September lows, took out the lows, and then it went for, not highs, but some sort of a 786 Fibonacci levels. So it was some sort of a sideways correction, and then November, December, what happened. So that was again a bear market. So it's like, if September is closing this way, and if you're closing red, let's say, if September is closing literally red, there is a chance that, we might just probably, use a week under the September. We just don't go in this red box and might just form another plan. So now, for the total crypto market cap, it only have, in my view, it only has 27, 29, 30. So it only has 4 days, honestly, or you can say 3 days for the dump to happen. So I think most likely Monday is the day probably we can see some good dump across the board. I mean, if we don't really get it over the weekend with a low volume. So if September can just dump this way, just take it out towards $3.2 trillion like this and just close around these levels. So if September closes around 3.4, 3.48, October is going to be like just a week under, and then it's going to pump up this way. It's just going to be like this. So there's going to be a very good deviation. So you deviate under this, and then it deviates up. So it's like some sort of a bearish checkmate. I don't know how many of you guys know about this bearish checkmate, but you can even say PO3 playing out at the moment. So we have time, but we will see how this plays out. So we still have 4 days left for this dump. So if September, by end of the September, we don't see a dump till at least 3.3 to 3.39, then the plan will change. It won't be like 786 is going to be the buy. Then we will change our plan. Then there's a possibility that we can even go for A, B, and it's just simply going to be C like this, It won't go in this red box, front run, and then we can go like this. So this is how it can be. So everybody would want this bullish engulfing, order block. Everybody wants it. We just simply front run. They just don't give a fuck about this engulfing candles order block. We just simply front run. Simple as that. So that's how it will be then at the moment. Okay. So we'll see how this 4 days. I will definitely update this on the stream, probably around Monday once we open, and see how we're going to perform. Others crypto market cap, guys, same plan for the others crypto market cap. We had I really mentioned that I really see the market is going to reject from these Fibonacci levels that I have. Now I think the most important part about this other crypto market cap is, where do you really want to buy altcoins? My first level, honestly speaking, to buy altcoins is anywhere from $240 billion to $230 billion, basically this box. So I think it's a perfect levels for altcoins, and this is a very, very, very good 5 waves, guys. You can see, honestly speaking, and even if it's not 5 waves, and even if it's not some sort of a rising wedge, and if it's something else, let's say, then we will just simply follow the fibs, and the fib would mean that this is how I would like to see the fibs would be from here till here, yeah, which will mean that 255 billion to 254 billion is going to be the ultimate bottom for others crypto market cap, and I really don't understand basically that why people are so bearish on altcoins. I know, I mean, they have really, really underperformed, but just look at this chart from the others crypto market cap, guys. Look at this chart. Just look at this chart. Okay, I'm just gonna make it logarithmic for you to understand very nicely. Look at this chart, and parallelly look Ethereum chart. Okay, so I'm just gonna show this chart as well. So this is the CME chart, but let's understand from the normal chart, and let me hide my analysis so that then probably we'll just look at it. Okay, let me put it the logarithmic scale chart. Okay, Now try and understand what exactly ETH, price action, and what exactly the others price action. So Ethereum, I would say both have a very similar price action. It's just a slight difference of, you can say irregular expanded flat. So this was like irregular expanded flat. Clear. This is the only difference it has. There is no other difference. And what happened after? So Ethereum just run up to make new all-time highs. Not only it take the liquidity, but it just simply went for the new all-time highs from the lows. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you exactly where the bottom would be for, or what would be the levels where it rejected. 113 is the bare minimum target for any coins once it breaks the new all-time highs. Bare minimum. Okay, anywhere between 113 and this 1272 is the bull bear territory. So if you wick 1272, you're definitely going to go beyond 1272, like 1618, 1886, and so on. It's like open the doors for the ultimate bigger target. That's how the Fibonacci level works. So you break one, you get one free. That's how it works. So it's like 1272 is not triggered yet. We haven't triggered the bullish targets for Ethereum yet. I don't know how the bots are going to trigger, but just look at from the price action perspective. Right now, I'm not analyzing Ethereum chart. I'm just going to show you how I expect others to do. So you had a very good irregular expanded flat and the market pushed up, correct? Go to the other crypto market cap. Yes, we did have irregular expanded flat, but we had a running flat. So you had you made higher highs, but instead of sweeping the lows like this, the way Ethereum did, we had a running flat, and it's so amazing. It's so good, which clearly means that the next target for the ultimate target, the ultimate target for or you can say the minimum target for other crypto market cap is not only going to be the new all-time highs, but in my view, it's going to be somewhere between 503 billion to 571 billion. So that's going to be the minimum target for other crypto market cap, a bare minimum target. I'm not going to be very much aggressive for this. So when you see the price action, you just want it to drop a little bit like this levels, 251, 240 as I mentioned. From there we go up to make new all-time highs like 530 to 542 billion dollars. Now you can imagine the profit percentage. Now let's say even if you really want to buy altcoins at the current price, it can go max around 13% to 15% down. Many altcoin can even do 30%, depends. But 15% is what you can expect a downside. The upside is a bare minimum upside of 69%. A bare minimum. 69 is a minimum, and max it can go around 78-80%. The others crypto market cap guys, it's really important. Really important. The market makers are going to manipulate. I know the market makers are there to manipulate, but you can expect 15% downside, 15% downside from here max, in my view, not more, from the altcoin perspective. However, the upside from the current price is the minimum 69 to 70% from the current price of $290 billion. Now, if we can get a perfect $250 billion dip, let's say in the next 3-4 days, if we do get the perfect dip around 250 billion, which I do think we will get it, the pump is going to be like 100%. You can really make good amount of money, a really good amount of money. So just now compare the charts for ETH and others. So the rotation of money is going to happen, and it started happening. I've already posted my chart how the rotation is happening. So you see, we got the ABC here, and that's a very good irregular expanded flat. This is expanded flat, not a running one. And then we started boop going up. For other crypto market cap, we had already seen a very good irregular running flat, not an expanded flat, but a running flat. And this is wave 1. We're going to have wave 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. Can even go for $638, $640 billion, It all depends. It all really depends how strong the altcoins are. If the altcoins literally really go crazy, trust me, it can just go crazy. I mean, khalas. Just look at from the ETH perspective. ETH, just look at the chart. I just want to tell you that 250 billion is a very good levels where everybody really would want to expect the dump, correct? That's what everybody expects. And everybody would want that dump. However, if you look at the Ethereum chart, after we had an impulsive move on an upside, Ethereum literally went, had a shallow pullback, you can say. So it just did not even went to golden pocket zone. It bounced off from the 0.5 Fibonacci levels, 2136 if you remember. A very shallow pullback. Ideally, it should have gone to the golden pocket zone, but just went for a shallow pullback. If the same principle we apply over here for other crypto market cap guys, then let's see what numbers do we get here, and probably what can be the best, optimistic numbers we can have it. Just hold on for a sec. I have a 2 days chart, and yeah. So if we do just look for like a front run levels, let's say we just want to front run everything, no more golden pocket zone, nothing. This is exactly and accurately going to be your levels where, what's going to happen is that things are going to go shit, basically it's going to be like, we simply go to, people will be looking for this liquidity to be grabbed. And what's going to happen is we simply dump like this, take a 1414. We don't go to the golden pocket zone where everybody would really want it to go to golden pocket zone. We front run it, and from here the price starts soaring like this. We simply go up like this. Just imagine, how this shit is gonna, And that's the reason I've already mentioned many that I have my millions, waiting for deploy. Just imagine. Going to the golden 0.5 Fibonacci levels, $259.7 billion. You can write down this number somewhere, and the exact bottom would be around, based on my Fibonacci levels, 1414. That's where we will see a good bounce. $254 billion. So there's only 5 billion difference, not much, between these two fibs. It's roughly around 2%. So it should not give you any pain. So 2% guys, but however, whatever longs you take it, do not go more than 3x leverage. So even if things goes a little bit up and down, you should not be liquidated, trust me. So from here you can expect a minimum push of 42% in a single slingshot, and then a little bit sideways correct accumulation, and then it starts continuation towards an ultimate target of this red box. Man, this is going to be 100% move on other crypto market cap. Just imagine what's going to happen. How the most likely Solana is going to go run for the new all-time highs, maybe beyond $450. AVEX. And then you say, even XRP might see one more highs. But I think the majors have seen, the top 10 coins have seen, they are topped mostly. So I would not bet much on those coins like Doge, XRP, Cardano. They have just did that job. Now you need new coins like Link is looking amazing. CRV, you have Aave. I'll just also go to the total FI, and then you have Solana, AVEX, Sui. Tao is something you should have it because it is definitely looking great when we really go for the dump, of course. So these are the coins probably you should. Of course, you can't buy everything, guys, but at least I would say whatever you buy on the spots, you should not go for with beyond 3x leverage. You should definitely not go more than 3x leverage. Even I would say the most secure way is to go for 2x leverage with your capital. Let's say if you have $1,000 capital, your position size should not be more than $2,000. Khalas. And once you clearly, we see that the market is bottom, we are reversing, RSI is turning up, you keep on compounding. So we just keep on compounding. You add, and then you increase your leverage, 2x, 3, already you have 3x, 4x, 5x, 6x. No doubt your entry will slightly go up and down. Your average entry will go slightly, but this is going to be the confirmed move, and you can really make the best out of it, trust me. So that's what you have it for others crypto market. I'm really bullish. 259.7 billion to 254 is going to be my bottom for others crypto market cap. And even if you look at from the weekly perspective, the RSI is at the moment is bearish. Why? Because we have just lost the RSI based MA. However, I really want it to go down like this towards 50 RSI, and once it does, I would like it to do something like this. I just want to see what Ethereum did at that point of time. If you just see Ethereum, yeah, Ethereum also, it rejected from 50, but came back down like here, but then it was above RSI based 50, and then it bounced towards 70, 71. So that's slightly different, we have. But let me just see what the other indicators we are having. Everything is green now. Things are turning, like RSI confluence is turning red. 50 confluence is already red. We need it green. BB confluence is red as well. EMA and cross confluence is green, so which is a good thing. I mean, most likely the buy will be, you will see a buy when this RSI starts turning, 50 confluence starts really turning green. Actually might not turn green because we are in the midway, so might not turn green, but I think this is the plan that I will follow in my view. For others, BTC, I've already went through the plan, and I did shorted BTC around 115.7. I did shorted BTC, and it just went till $118,000. So this is also what I expected, and I had my chart drawn for like days. This is how I expect. I think I do have the bear case. This is the bear case I mentioned or presented to you. I don't know where is the XABCD pattern. Yeah, and we also have this XABCD pattern. It's a very good shark that we have it here. It's a very good shark basically. So the minimum target for BTC in my view is around 93,500, 2025 opens and 2025 value area low. That is the bare minimum target I would like to see. However, we have a very good support for BTC. We have EMA 200 daily around 106k. So it's more likely going to deviate under, you can say 107. And we do have 2025 POC around, so the developing POC around 104.9. So how do I get the developing POC? For that, you just need to open the fixed range. So this is not the fixed range. Nope. And no. Where is the fixed range? I think I deleted by mistake. So the fixed range, you can just probably check it out. 2024, 1st January, 1st Jan. Perfect. You'll see the developing POC, the red line. This is the levels where majority of the volume was traded. Around 105k to 104.5k. This is the levels, and then you have fair value gap. So it's on fair value gap around 100k. So 100k zone is the levels where probably we can wick and bounce. It's gonna be like wick and bounce, So that's a developing year POC, and that's the range that we have. So you have a value area high. This is the POC, and then you also have a weekly support, EMA 200 daily support, and then you have value area low, which is also aligning with the 2025 opens. Basically, this is your 2025 opens. So in this year, whosoever have bought, I would say major of the people have accumulated BTC around 104.5, so most likely this is going to be the good levels in my view. I mean, 93.5 is the best case for BTC. But as I mentioned, looking to the total crypto market cap, 93.5 only happens once we go to the red box. So, and for that, we really need BTC to go around minimum total crypto market cap to down 13.4%, which means that BTC also aligns around 13.4. So 14% BTC aligns perfectly, really well with these targets. Like another 14% dump on the market, basically. However, we do have some support, so we will see how things plays out. And also from the other crypto market cap, if I have to tell you the perfect levels, how much percentage would that be? It's like 14%. Look at this number. Look at it. The 14% number to 1414 Fibonacci level is perfectly around 14.5%, 254. Now, of course, this is a bit of coincidence, you can say. The 1414 Fib is around those levels. Then total crypto market cap 786 Fib plus the bullish engulfing order block is around those levels. BTC big support around 2025 opens and 2025 value area low, big support, honestly speaking. So I mean, this level, this gives me a lot of confidence you can say rather, that we might see probably another 13 to 14% dump in the next 4 days. That's what I expect. The market next 4 to 5 days should decide basically, but this is the perfect plan that I have. Now let's cross check with how the USD dominance looks like. USD dominance, yes, we do have a very good bearish, I would say, you can say some sort of a bear flag playing out at the moment. But looking to this whole thing, what I feel is this is how we go to the golden pocket zone. This is going to be the deciding factor what USD dominance does. But in case if it breaks out like this, then for sure we go towards 786 Fibonacci levels, just a fake breakout, and then we probably run back down to 4.4%. So if you look at from the 786 percentage, maybe even 886, I'm not sure, because wave 2 or wave 2 normally don't go there, but just in case, if you go to 786, yeah, it's roughly around 6.4%. But as I mentioned, once it breaks out, we won't stop at 786. We will simply go up to take these highs and maybe even to this triangle levels. So then probably we will be looking for a bigger Fibonacci level percentage, which would be roughly around this levels, the golden pocket zone of 5.73%. Then we would say that we can go around 14.5, this liquidity that we have around 5.26%. So then we can say we would most likely go around the golden pocket zone. Then likely we see a massive dump on the USD dominance. So once we break out of this, it's just gonna go like this, make some sort of a bearish pattern, and then come back down like this. This is how I would like to see. Maybe we can even do something like this, straight, like a bull run. So this would be the perfect scenario for USD dominance. That's the bull case scenario. The bear case is already here. I mean, if we don't really dump in the next 4 or 5 days, as I mentioned, if we don't dump, then we will change our plan. We will front run everything, because October will not give you that bigger dump. October most likely will just give you a wick under the September. So September has to be the bigger dump. September has to have like a bigger dump. So if September have the bigger dump, we can expect a very good dip in October, just like sweeping the September lows, and then boom, it just goes up. That's going to be the good buy zone for everything. So that's what I have for the market updates, guys. Now from altcoin perspective, ABEX is looking amazing, guys, if you really ask me. It's a very good irregular expanded flat. 1, 2, 3, we are doing ABC right now, most likely one more down towards 25 or so. Just looking at from the perspective of price action algo, yeah, we have a very good EMA 200 around 24.8. So that's going to be your that's going to be our support. 24.8 is where we should be looking to buy the dips, and perfectly aligning with my some sort of a good Fibonacci levels. And let me just see. Yeah, 26.6. We already almost front run those levels. So most likely we might even front run the 24.8 levels. But yeah, we do have Fib around 1618. So 25.3 is what the Fib tells me. But we might just probably wick till 24.8, just a wick, So what will be the price range? The price range is around 24.8 makes sense to me, because we have EMA 200 daily. Then we have Solana, guys. Solana already lost and came back under the range highs. Like, this is some sort of a deviation. So what you want is the retest of 165 to 164, basically just if we get it for swings. However, for LTF longs, 180 to 181, these levels, because we have a good order block on the daily. You can also say that the bullish engulfing order block. So this is another bullish engulfing order block that we have around these levels. Very good bullish engulfing order block. As you can see, the red box, that is where, you know, the red box is where I would like to see Solana just probably, you know, take a wick and then probably look for a bounce like this. So what percentage move we can expect from the current price? Roughly around 12.7 to 13.8% move, maybe even 14%, depends. But 12.8 minimum you can expect on the downside. Sui guys, Sui is definitely bearish at the moment, and I would like to see Sui, you know, testing like 786 Fibonacci levels, 2.76. However, we can even go for 886 Fibonacci levels around 2.54, and this was the plan. You know, it's perfectly playing out. So what I feel is we have already lost on the daily 3.31, slightly bearish. So I'm looking for a move on the downside to a 2.76. Maybe one can just wick to 2.54 would be a good buying opportunity. And it's a very good irregular expanded flat, guys. Very solid one. And you can expect something like this for Sui. Just can go nuts, you know, in the bull run. So I think this levels is very, very amazing. 786 to 886 Fibonacci levels. Tau guys, I was expecting for a triangle, but then we don't have it. We don't have triangle. So you can expect a very good pullback on Tau. The minimum target would be around a golden pocket zone, which we are already here. So the bare minimum target is achieved. But now we go for the liquidity, because, you know, once you lose it, you go for the liquidity. So the liquidity is for the Tau is around 263 to 236. This is the levels where the liquidity pool is. So the Tau, I think we can just go deeper around 786 Fibonacci levels, around $236 basically, and would be a good buy in my view. And if you look at from the perspective of a harmonic as well, I think we have played many harmonics this way. So I think this makes more sense to me. Basically, might just go for 886 towards $204, but I think this is amazing. And from here we can go for a retest to 374 at least, and if it flips we can just run higher like this. But for now, a minimum target from 786 is going to be the 368. So basically it's roughly around 55% to 58% move, which is not bad actually for Tau. CRV just went to 786 Fibonacci levels, guys, and the way things looks like, I think CRV is more or less going to go for a slightly deeper pullback. Basically, I would say a very deeper pullback. So you know, this whole thing looks to me like some sort of a, you know, ABC, a sharp move on an upside with a very good ABC. And if I just have to see this chart from, you know, logarithmic scale perspective, you will see that we are forming a very good triangle, basically a very solid one triangle, you know. So if I just look at from this perspective, let's draw the fibs as well from here. You will see almost we went 886. You see perfect 886, which is like to me forming a solid triangle. And then yeah, so this is where 45 cents we go down here. This is where the bounce should happen. From this is where I would like to see a bounce, either this or we go up down this and we just go for like this and break out. So this is how the triangle would be. Either we form triangle this way or we form triangle this way. So this is a very good triangle formation, guys, very solid one. So this is going to be some sort of, let's say, A, B, C. So it's going to be wave A, B, C wave, D, E, and then breakout. A very similar breakout that happened from 19 cents to 1.26. A similar degree breakout should happen from like going up from towards, you know, some sort of like 2.5 to at least $3, you know. But it all depends on how CRV hold these levels of 45 cents. So this is the triangle. It looks great to me, and this is how I think we should play out. So if you look at from a percentage perspective, yeah, the 53 cents makes more sense to me. So we can just simply front run this 786. 53 cents is what I expect. Most likely this to, you know, this is what I would like to see. Sorry, I don't know what is plasma, but I never invest in shit coins. Lot of you know, people approaches me that, hey, I'll give you this much supply, you know, whatever, just market my coins. I mean, I've never did such things actually, because I did not have that thing actually. I don't know, I mean, they give good money, but I don't need that because I make good with the trades actually, alhamdulillah. So why would I need to unnecessarily, you know, make retailers buy such coins actually? But anyways, it's up to people actually. There are other coins as well, but guys, overall the plan is to just, you know, follow the plan, look for the dip towards 259 billion. And if you really don't dump, you know, if September don't give the dump in the next 4 days, I think it will dump. But in case if we don't dump, then the plan will change and we will more likely just aggressively buy, because then October, as I mentioned, we just simply can wicket. We simply front run every damn thing. We even front run 0.5 fib. Then the plan will change. So it's like, you know, just have next 3 to 4 days and things will be very, very clear as to how we are going to proceed. But this is how, in my view, things looks like, and this is how it should go. Basically, BTC dominance, guys, we do have a weekly bullish divergence, and it's playing out. But then if you look at from the daily perspective, over here, just look at the daily perspective, we have a very good bearish engulfing candle basically. Now this is a very good one actually. So if you look at from here on the daily RSI, for BTC dominance, I think we do something like this. We push up and then we start dumping back again, like if like forming a double bottom sort of thing, which means that, you know, Ethereum will outperform BTC, altcoins will outperform BTC. That's what it tells me, which means that if Ethereum, you know, BTC dumps 14-15% or maybe 17%, Ethereum is not gonna follow that. Ethereum will simply dump 13-14%, like 2-3% less, and others crypto market cap will also do the same thing basically. So this is a very good sign for BTC dominance, and it's a very good harmonic as well. So this is the levels where I mentioned buy alts heavy. It just went to 786 fib and started rejecting, and in that process we already went 13% downside. So that's what I have for the plan, guys, for the market. I think for this, for those who really want to scalp, basically I do want to scalp, 106k to 104.5 is the levels probably we can look for some long scalps. So we can just wicket down here, like how much percent would that be? Like 4%, 5% move on the downside, 104.7 or 104.5 to 106k, and then, you know, we can just look for a bearish retest of 112k like this, and then one more down like this. You know, this is a very, and it's gonna form a very good, I would say, I mean, it's going to form a very good ABC pattern basically. But this is how it is going to be if he really bounces from these levels. And it can be a shallow ABC as well. This is like A, B, and C like this. And then we go for A, B, and C like this towards 120k again. And then we can dump as well. So because this is where things going to end. This is where we form a very good, you know, bull flag. It's gonna be fake out, I know, but it's gonna be very good fake bull flag, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna monitor these levels of 106 to 104.5k, and that's where I think we can take some good long opportunities, basically for the market. That's what I think. So that's all, guys, for today's stream. And the winner, let's just probably have our good winner for $100, and the winner is this guy, Rana El Sheikh. So congratulations, you are a winner. I don't know who are you, but you can probably DM me on X. Just send me the screenshot. Rana El Sheikh, congrats. Okay, or maybe you can just probably, and don't mind the rest of the guys. Yeah, guys, and probably next stream I'll have another $300 to $400 giveaway. Okay, silver and gold, guys, they're bullish, but right now the market is closed, and I've already mentioned it. So we will take silver and gold on Monday. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow we have another stream, inshallah. I will update the time, and tomorrow we will discuss. So we will monitor how LTF price actions are moving, so that we can catch it. Okay. Thanks, guys, and have a nice night. Bye bye.